Hello. Sometimes I have a money situation that requires me to spend money that I did not plan to spend. In this video, I'm going to show how I handle those situations. My online banking account and start putting in the new transactions that I quote unquote overspent on. All right, so the first transaction is an amount of $4.30. The next one is $23. The next one is $72.74. I know. And $47.64. After that is $28.13. 28.13. And I'm looking at these particular entries and debits on my online banking account to make sure that I haven't already entered them from previous days of me balancing the checkbook. So it doesn't look like any of these amounts are something that is duplicating from some other time that I was balancing the checkbook. So I'm going to go ahead and continue until over here on this screen right here. It shows that this is the amount that I'm off so far. I'm going to go ahead and zero this out because I know that this transaction was cleared up. All right, the next back to the online banking statement. The next transaction is $53.01. I'm gonna actually put that one up here because I know that that 5301 reflects the same amount that I have highlighted right here. That was the Amazon purchase. Let me go ahead and zero this one out. Okay. And let's see, after 5301 is $6.75. And I think I got that one right there already. And that was that ID theft subscription. After that one is $74, which was this payment right here, a card payment to the principal. Then after that is $150.12. So it looks like everything that I've entered coincides with everything that's new. The only thing is like, oh, okay, let me put the right amount here. This amount should be 363.25. I'm gonna just copy it from my online banking statement and then paste it right here. Double click, right click, paste. All right, and that brings us to zero, zero right there, and that causes us to balance. So the account's balanced now. Now we need to balance the money moving map because we had a right here we're at a negative $149.41. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave my online banking account. I'm gonna leave that open on this separate screen that I have here. And over here, I'm gonna make this change right here because I know that it's gonna be different. I know $21 of it I wanted to go to the grocery account, and the rest is gonna be so that's gonna be what $30.01. That's gonna go to the new whip account. So I'm gonna just change this to 3001 backspace 30.01, and those two amounts are, let's see how up here in the formula bar up here I have 53 only entered. Well, I'm going to actually enter these two amounts so that it'll balance out. So I'm going to put plus 21 plus 30.01, and that leaves 5101. So that's not right. So let me see, it's supposed to be 53. It's supposed to be 53. So I'm $2 off. So let me add $2. I can do it right here in the formula bar. Backspace 2. And that makes this one going to have to be $32 to make it 5301. 3201. 5301. Okay, that puts us back to where we're balanced right there. So that is now balanced in. So now I have to change them inside the category. So we kept groceries at minus $21, but in the new whip it was something different. So we got to change it. I'm gonna go up here in the formula bar over here and see how I had it at 58.41. That's what the amount I remember was. So I'm gonna back it up and I'm gonna change it to 32.01, and that clears that up because that's that 3201 right here that I wanted to allocate to new whip 3201, and that shows right there in the formula bar. Okay, so that's that. Now let's enter this stuff here. First, we're gonna go ahead and label it. This was a purchase I made at Circle K, and that was some I think that was grocery type stuff for because of the date I made it. And then $23 it was at Ollie's, and that was some house need stuff mostly. Let me double check and see what that was. I kept the receipt, so some of it free breeze. Uh, yeah, I think most of it is house stuff. One stuff is for the car, but we just gonna call it all groceries. Well, I guess we can put a little bit of groceries and new whip. The new whip stuff was about $5, and the rest of it was about groceries. 23 minus 5 is 18. Enter. I'm gonna go over here. Plus 18 plus 5 makes it 23. We still balance, so that calculation is right, and we still got this 175.81. But we're gonna fix that in a minute. $72.74. 72.74 was that some stuff I got at HEB. I remember what that stuff was, and it was mostly grocery. So HEB, and this one was the HEB that was in Magnolia, Magnolia, Texas, and that was all grocery stuff. I remember what that was. And then $47.74 was at Twin Peaks, and that was Christmas stuff. Well, some of it was entertainment, so I'm gonna put entertainment, and I know that entertainment part was like it's gonna be like 23. I'm a 23.32. I'm just at halving up, and the other one, the Christmas part, because I bought a Christmas gift cigars, and that was gonna be 24.32. Now, if I did the math in my head correct, 23.32 plus 24.32 is going to equal to $47.74 and 64 cents, and that's correct. That's correct. And how do I know it's correct? Because this amount didn't change, so we're still balanced. Okay. So next, I'm going to get into the overspending part. Bear with me. The next one was Walmart Supercenter, WALMART, and that Walmart was the one that was in the Woodlands, I think, and that was Christmas stuff. So this is where I'm going to apply it, and this happened maybe about 2 days ago. Today's date is the 22nd. So 12/22. No, it's 20/20th. And this will happen yesterday, 21st. This one also happened yesterday, 21st. This one happened yesterday, 21st. And this one happened yesterday, 21st. Okay, so everything is now balanced, and it's already input. The only thing we have left to do is I'm going to put a bottom border here to indicate this is the last day that I actually balance everything. Now it's time to um, post these to the categories that they belong in. And when I do that, we're looking to go to 0 right here. All right, so since I don't need my online banking account anymore, I'm going to go ahead and log off on my second screen over here that you can't see. Okay, that's done. And over here, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start posting these transactions. So I'm going to post $4.30 in the groceries. Go over here to groceries. Push F2 on the keyboard, minus 4.30, and enter. That has been entered. So I'm going to go over here, right click, and change the font to red to indicate that it's posted. Now I got I have another grocery posting of $18. F2 on the keyboard, minus 18, enter, and then another 5 going to new whips, and that's right here. Just oh Lord, I don't know why it does that, but go into this cell right here, and I'm gonna separate these out a little bit so that they're easier to see. $5 going to new whip. So you got 18 plus 5. We already put the 18 in, which is right there. Now we're gonna go to new whip, and we're gonna say minus 5, enter. So both of those are entered. I'm gonna go ahead and change this font red to indicate that it's entered, and then these descriptions of where the transactions went, I'm gonna bold them and make them red. I'm also bold this one just in case if we have to go back and research why something didn't balance, we'll know that we can go to over here and make sure that it's not this particular transaction, because this transaction it includes two transactions going to two different categories. So without further ado, Magnolia. When I went to HEB Magnolia, it was $72.74 in groceries. This is where all of the overspending comes in. 72.74, enter. Okay, so I got that in. So now I'm negative 121.81 on the groceries on the moving map here, but we're gonna get to that later. Let me just go ahead and mark this as posted by making it red. That's done. Now I got another double entry here. I got 23.32 going to entertainment. Go over here to entertainment. Go up in the formula bar. I'm gonna put in minus 23.32. Enter. And then I got 24.32 going into Christmas. Go down here to Christmas. Go into the formula bar up here. Minus, what was that amount? 24.32. Enter. There we go. It's entered. Both of those entered. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna mark them entered by changing the number red, and then I'm gonna make it bold to indicate it's a double entry. And over here, I'm gonna just highlight, double click, and then highlight in this cell. I'm gonna make it bold and red, and bam. Let me just save as I go, just in case anything weird happens. Then I got another saving and saving. Okay, so now go over here to Christmas again. Look, see, this is the last one that we have to enter, that we have to post. And look right here, same amount. So that means that everything is good. So I'm gonna go over here after Christmas, go up into the formula bar, and I'm gonna put in that amount that we haven't posted yet, which is minus 28.13, and enter. 28.13 is entered. I'm gonna mark this right here. I'm gonna mark it that I entered it, and we are balanced. We are balanced, everybody. All balanced, which is a very good thing. That's what we wanted to accomplish. Well, that's not all we wanted to accomplish, because we still have to address the matter about me being over. I'm over in my budget. See, I've spent money that I didn't have because you see these negative amounts here. And so this is why it's okay. This is why in the title I said, look, I overspent, it's okay. So you see these shorts represent these negative amounts right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to make sure that all of these are correctly entered in the short. So I'm going to push the plus button on the keyboard, plus this short, plus this short, plus this short, plus this short, and plus this short. And I'm push enter, and it gives me a new amount of 23.69. Okay, this red is the difference between these two amounts that is going to come up in the money moving map right there. But the only thing is like this yellow um this yellow box doesn't match this yellow cell, and this red cell doesn't match this red cell, because I don't have the amounts entered here that correspond with the amounts that's on the money moving map. So entertainment is missing, so I'm going to push a plus, and then jump over here to entertainment and enter here, and it comes over here on this side on this particular tab, this window in the middle. On the Go Food is there, that's good, but our amounts in the yellow cells still don't match. So I said I'm still missing something. So we know we're missing Christmas. So I'm going to push plus over here on the money move this amount and just push enter, and it's going to draw it over here. And now we are looking good. Now everything's looking good. Now this cell, let me make this a little bit bigger. This cell right here is matching this cell right here. So all my checks and balances are good. We can get rid of this one and this one. And these amounts represent the amount that I'm getting next week. So when we look on our budget, this is January's budget. Let me switch over to December. And I'm going to scoot over here a little bit. So this is the next time we getting paid. And what I did is saying, okay, so plus the amount I'm short, plus the amount I'm getting on this right here is enter, and it's going to leave me with $145. And here we go for entertainment plus what we're short plus the amount that I am getting, which is $37 in this particular case. Enter, and I'm gonna have 13 left over. On the Go Food, it's already done, but I'm gonna do it for display purposes. Plus, I'm short $40.11. Plus, what am I getting for On the Go Food? $8. Okay, that's gonna be a little shortness, but it's okay. So I'll be $32 short on that one, and that's auto needs. I think it's already done. Yeah. Plus the amount I'm short, plus the amount that I'm getting for auto needs, which is nothing. Enter. $16 short on here. Now let's look at Christmas. Christmas, I'm plus short 52.45. Plus, what am I getting for Christmas? 121. Enter. Okay, so as you can see, even though on some categories like on the go food, auto needs is going to be short, I'm going to have overages on these other ones, and they can help out the shortages amount. So I'm not going to be, that's the part where I say it's not a big deal. Part one. Part two is that I have money that I'm holding over here, money for the fuel, money for the new whip, money for the auto insurance. That's going to help me not go into into the red or have any insufficient fund fees, because I got this $363 here that compromises my shorts, as well as particularly these amounts that I'm holding. See, I'm holding 289 here, 160 here, $20.14 here, $57 here. And it gives me the illusion that I'm gonna be okay, because these short amounts, even though that they are real short amounts, they're being covered by these the amount of money I have in the bank versus the amount of money that is coming out. So see, like this $57 is actually coming out because I made a note that made a payment, and that's the only payment that's outstanding. Everything else is kind of like a virtual short because it's already been covered by the amount of money that I'm holding. Okay, so see, this 121 is covered by all of these figures that I'm holding. All of this amount of that I'm holding. That's a short, but I'm holding. Even this amount right here, since it hasn't posted yet, and it should post any day now. Even when that comes out of this amount, I'll still be holding all this other amount, and that's why it's okay. It's like I'm acting as my own credit card or my own fund. Plus, not to mention that the contingency fund that I have in coming in 2 weeks is gonna also help me cover any bills that I got in. But before all of that happens, you got to make sure you're holding some money, and that's why it's not a problem. That's why in the title it says that I overspent again, but it's not a big problem. It's not a big problem at all. I mean, is you don't want to overspend what you're holding, but at the same time, you don't want to be in a position where you have to wait, or you're going to get in insufficient funds. So now that that is all done, I'm just waiting for the payday to come in, and that payday is going to equal It's going to come out to about 1750. And when that 1750 comes in, it's going to cover everything. Like I said over here, it's going to cover everything that is supposed to be. And I should have like $179 left over just for those particular shortages, and everything will be fine. And that's the point of it. That's why, again, I say that it's really not a huge big deal when you have your um when you have all of your ducks in a row and you're monitoring your money like this. You kind of already know in your head, and you have full control over what you're doing. And that's important because you don't want to be in a situation where you come up short and you wonder where that money went. You know what's coming in and what's going out and how you can spend. Now you don't want to purposefully overspend. You never want to do that. But in the case where you have to, or where you feel that you have enough coverage to get you where you need to be, then you can without feeling any major obligation. In this particular case, I'm getting paid a few days early because it was kind of in holiday season, so the payroll department is going to deposit a little earlier than it normally does, and when that happens, then I kind of know what's going on with the cash flow. So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it helps. If it does, or if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below, and share this video to somebody else who you know that may be having trouble or having challenges balancing their budget and moving their money around, and they're always in a situation where they maybe have to loan money from you, or you're the type of person who have to borrow money from someone else in order to cover some of the expenses that we went over today, like groceries and Christmas. And now you kind of know what you can do to move your money based on the example that I've given you. Like again, like I said, I hope this helps. If you can give me a like and a subscribe, that'd be great, and share it with someone who else is needed. Until next time, this is Mike's Money Moves. I appreciate you watching.